Good evening. In our news bulletin for this week, the budget for 2014-2015 was passed in the Niue House of Assembly this week. Damage to the western side of Sir Robert's Wharf is prompting urgent action as the cyclone season approaches in November. The Niue Primary School held their very own Daffodil Day remembrance at last Friday's school assembly. And the Rugby Sevens opened during the weekend with a tournament at the Paliasi Sports Grounds. The budget for 2014-2015 was passed in the Niue House of Assembly this week, with the Premier Tokitalangi describing it in positive terms. One of the main issues of contention during this year's budget has been the process of transformation and the confusion in the House about the details of how it's taking place. In a press release from the Whalefono today, the Premier described the vigorous questioning in the House as merely members exercising their role of keeping the government on the straight and narrow. The Premier's office is intending to start a radio program as a means of helping the public and the members of the House find out more about government policies. And a summary of the 2014 budget will be brought to you in a later bulletin. A 7-metre crevice under the western side of Sir Robert's Wharf is prompting urgent action as the cyclone season approaches in November. The damage caused by wave action has hollowed out a small cavern behind the western wall and runs inwards 7 metres underneath the surface. Director General for Infrastructure Andre Siohane says the concern now is to ensure the wharf is repaired in time.
Well, I'm pretty concerned, particularly that we're heading towards the cyclone season, and any severe cyclone like we experienced in 2004, it might cause some disruption to our wharf and also to our shipping operations as well.
The crevice was revealed last week when a manhole was dug into the wharf as part of an assessment of the wharf's integrity. An engineer from New Zealand and staff from the Niue government agencies have been underneath the wharf assessing the damage.
At the moment we have identified the problem, and we have the boys have gone underground and under the wharf and took some photos.
It's quite interesting finding with what we have been identified here. There's a keep hollow inside, and it's kind of risky for our people who are using the wharf, particularly on the shipping days with the amount of load.
And we have estimated about 7 by 7 meters of damage under the wharf. We are discussing ways of trying to rectify the problem and to stabilize the main wall and fill the cavity underneath.
With the onset of the cyclone season in just 3 months' time, the greatest concern is to repair the damage before the expected heavy seas cause more damage.
It's quite significant in terms of our ministry. You look after one of the key assets of our government, particularly in terms of this is our lifeline for bringing fuel, construction materials, or anything that in terms of our people that we use here in Niue.
That's our main concern at the moment. It's the main wall facing the ocean. It's part of it now is just sitting on top of the reef with no ties with the reef at all. All the reinforcing is eroded, and luckily this part of the wall, this was a new one. We did that in the early 90s, and the other end is pretty well anchored into the reef. There's only this middle part that we are concerned now.
The departments involved are also hoping to get the required materials to Niue quickly, and that good weather allows quick repairs to be made. Niue Primary School held their very own Daffodil Day, highlighted by the cutting of the hair of one of the teachers at their school last Friday. This was done to support the cause of close family members and individuals who suffer from cancer.
Everybody dressed up in yellow, and we are the daffodil flower, and that's to represent the Cancer Society. It's in support of those facing challenges with cancer. So the school decided to make it a learning experience for the children, so they can be aware of what's happening out there, what are the challenges that people face with what are the issues about cancer or about any sickness that's happening around the world. So we thought, okay, we decided to do it early. Daffodil Day is this week on Friday. Last week it was the Cancer Society Council that it's their day, so we decided to go that day because this week we are very busy with our assessment. So that was Daffodil Day. So everybody dressed up in yellow, wearing a yellow flower, and donating a gold coin for the Cancer Society. And those who have families facing the challenge of cancer, they also decided to do a challenge. So one of those challenges was one of the teachers cutting her hair for her family. So that was all we did last weekend. We taught the children, we told them about Daffodil Day, what is it all about, and they all know, they were aware. So it was a very a good learning experience for the kids.
The haircutting was an emotional event, not only for the teacher who took up the challenge, but also for those who witnessed it firsthand.
The first time we've ever done something like this at school, and it was the first time that the children learned about cancer as a sickness, the whole school. I think some of the kids have already known through their families, but it's something that, it's the first time for all of us to be aware of this issue and just to teach the kids. So the kids were very emotional because the teachers were very emotional. It's just thinking about people that have gone through it, that have survived it, and people that are going through it now. So that was the emotional part about. And I think the kids were just very emotionally looking at one of the teachers cutting her hair.
Part of the challenge was to raise funds in support of the Cancer Society in New Zealand.
We asked the parents if they wish to support, they can give a gold coin to their children and bring it to school. So last week we raised about $965, and this week, this week there has been more money coming in from people in the community. They've decided to donate as well for a worthy cause, and all this fund we're raising is for the Cancer Society, the Cancer Society of New Zealand. Unfortunately, we don't have a Cancer Society here, but we're hoping that one day we may be able to have a Cancer Society here, but we're registering as a member of the Cancer Society of New Zealand as a school. So that's why all the funds that we raised are going to go to the Cancer Society of New Zealand.
The outcome of the day was commendable, according to Mrs. Itzi Tukuitonga, the principal of the school, and she wishes to extend her gratitude on behalf of the school.
I'd like to thank all the parents who supported our day, who dressed their children in yellow, who gave them a gold coin. We're very, very thankful. We're very, very appreciative of the parents' support in this. And we're also thankful to the community for donating so much money as well. We weren't expecting to get this much, but we did get quite a lot. And we're also very thankful for Mrs. Mokoia, who cut her hair to show the children that that's what you do when you do a challenge. And it was just thanking everyone for supporting our day, our Daffodil Day, and just making people aware that Daffodil Day is this Friday. So please wear yellow, wear a flower, and remember them in your prayers when you're praying. Remember those who are facing that challenge.
Niue Primary School and ECE would also like to remind everybody that donations for the cause are still open until Thursday, the 28th of August. Remember, International Daffodil Day will be commemorated this Friday, the 29th of August. You can simply support by wearing anything yellow. The Niue Rugby Union opened its season off with the Sevens-a-Side tournament at the Niue High School rugby grounds. 4 teams took part in the tournament this year: Tuapa, Southern Marlins, Alofi Marcos and Hakupu. First game saw Tuapa taking on Hakupu. Tuapa out victorious with 33 points and Hakupu 0. Southern Marlins took on Alofi Marcos. Alofi Marcos won 7 points to the Southern Marlins 5. Tuapa played Marcos and Tuapa won by 28 points, Alofi Marcos 0. Southern Marlins then played Hakupu. The Marlins won by 19 and Hakupu scored no tries. Alofi Makos also played Hakupu. Alofi won 14 points and Hakupu scored 0 again. Tuapa versus Southern Marlins. The Marlins came out on top, 19 points, and Tuapa 7. The final standing for Saturday's Sevens tournament, Tuapa 13 points, Southern Marlins from Alofi 12 points, Alofi Makos 11 points, and Hakupu with 3 points. Well, that's it for News Bulletin this tonight, folks. We'll see you again next time. Nona whai.